Hi, Miss Hollan. First, I want to give you a warm welcome to Latin America. Again, I know that you have been here before, not in Venezuela exactly, but you're in Mexico,
No,
and
unfortunately, I never was in Venezuela, but
hopefully soon. But in
hopefully.
some way, you are because your films are being shown here in Venezuela as a part of this project, and for many countries in Latin America, this is the first time that we are seeing in a big screen your work. So I want to know, how
Mhm.
does it feel for you as a director that your films have traveled so far and it still connects with people in this part of the world?
Well, I'm really happy, because I like South American, it means Latin American, it's more precisely cinema and literature. And as much as I know about the history and culture and the situation, I am deeply interested. And I think it's many similarities or many like common points with our problems and with your problems, even if they seem to be different from the first point of view. And and that it was a continent where my work traveled not so well.
Hmm.
And if it can change now, I'm really happy. I'm making my films to communicate with the people, not to just have the pleasure to show it or to sell it.
And of course, as a part of this project, you're going to be part of a screening of your first film. So, how long has it been since you last saw it and encountering with it again? How does it feel all these years and all these stories that you have taken to the big screen and now coming back to the beginning?
But somehow, I made many films since my first film, and I'm losing the counting because there are really many. And somehow they all seem the part of my journey. So I feel connected to all of them, even some of them I haven't watched for decades.
Hmm.
Provincial actors, actually, I've seen some years ago because we've been the Polish Minister of Culture was doing the digitalization of my early work, and so I watched the movie again, and I think it didn't age too much. I think it's still quite relevant.
And now I want to talk a little bit about your creative process because I'm a bit curious. For you, movies have always been a vehicle or showing realities, and your films explore many themes as political oppressions, resistance, but mostly the human conditions in times of conflict. So I want to know what drawn you as a director to these kind of themes in your filmography.
I think that probably my heritage exactly. It means, the place I'm coming from, the European education in the all senses of that word, uh, which uh, which is not only the cultural heritage of the great literature um, or um, or films, but it is also the experience of the worst crimes against humanity which happened on my continent and on my homeland
Hmm.
in 20th century. So many of my films are speaking about it, but not only to give the justice to the victims or to tell the story from the far away past, but to show how present it still is, how dangerous it can be in the present or the future, and how much it's relevant to the human nature altogether.
And I want to know, most of your films are based in real life events. So how do you balance the historical accuracy with the artistic interpretation that your films have? So it's so hard because some of these events are really hard, and but still you found an artistic vision to tell these stories.
I think that when I'm doing the film, which is speaking about the life of real people and artists, for example, I know very well that to know the truth, like objective truth, is impossible. It doesn't exist, even if we have the access to many witnesses or to diaries or letters, etc. We can collect a lot of informations and the knowledge of the psychology or of the hero or so, but in the same time, we don't never had the access to the most secret and most maybe important uh, events, internal events of their life, uh, because exactly everything what is public is mostly public because we allow it to be public.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't mean that I'm looking for scandals. I'm just saying that I have to know as much as possible about the character or about the events or about the times. And I'm documenting very carefully my work.
And last, we had the luck of seeing in the big screen Green Border for in this project here in Venezuela. And of course, I'm curious to ask what's next for you and what's the next project we're working on, if you can tell us something about.
I just finished, or I'm finishing still last touches, technical touches on the kind of unconventional biography of Franz Kafka.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the film which exists already, but was not released yet, not shown even. And after I have another project screenplay about another writer, and also quite unconventional, but still I'm, like trying to put that project together. So, and I'm opening my, my antennas to find some contemporary project which will be relevant with the situation which is going on in the world now.
Well, Agnieszka, I want to thank you for your time and I hope you enjoy your stay in Mexico. I know you have plenty of activities and I am sure that Mexican people, as well Latin American people, is so happy to have you back and to watch your films in the big screen. So thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Be
Thank
well.
you.
And my best to Venezuelan audience. Thank you.
Thank you.